Do your own research and due diligence before investing in any company. The information I provide is in no way or manner a professional suggestion to purchase shares in any publicly traded company. I am not licensed to provide financial advice, and this should be considered entertainment. These stock profiles are intended to be trading ideas, a starting point for research. Any individual who chooses to invest in any securities should do so with caution. Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk. You may lose some or all the money that is invested. Always research your own investments and consider consulting with a registered investment advisor or a licensed stockbroker before investing.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Soundman. I'm in the building. You're watching a small cap review. Thank you for joining me for another episode. This is 173. Today, pretty good day on the market today, man. I was really excited about my performance today. For those of you guys who are following me on Twitter at Free Stock Pick, I was doing what I do best, which is shorting runners. I kind of gotten back to doing that. I felt like I was, taking too much from other people and trying to chase these morning runners, which I don't even like to wake up early like that to be on top of them like that. So still looking for that lottery ticket. Got a new stock to present to you guys today in terms of a video, but shout out to everybody already in the chat room. Bad Scientist, Donzel, Astrid, what's up? Ian Prod. Who else do we have in here? DK Trades, Need a Life Soon. Shout out to all those people in the building. All right. Woody Wright, Astrid. What's going on, everybody? Let me go ahead and cut the music. Let's go ahead and get the show started with. If I could. What the hell did I put the music at? Hold on. Shit, motherfucker. There we go. All right. Appreciate it, guys. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Hoping things are going to be back to normal. Izzy Jules, what's up? Ryan Rail, what's going on, guys? So for those of you guys, of course, who've been following the market as in the macro, the Qs as well as the Nasdaq Industrial Average today, as you can see here are the Qs representing the Nasdaq stock exchange, primarily the tech place. Closed at another high. We've had an incredible rally here in April, which has just been insane for all of the Internet of Things, the market as a whole. I mean, even the shitty IT plays are running. So, really good day for IT plays across the board. If we go to the SPY Industrial Average, S&P 500 representing that part of the market. This is an ETF representing, again, the S&P 500. Closed at 240. And again, this is a level that, 2, 3, 4 months ago, I had thought maybe this could be a possibility, but it seemed so far out there. It just didn't seem possible. But sure enough, here we are above 240 on the Spider ETF, S&P 500. Absolutely insane, man. These are levels that no one could have predicted. No one could have predicted these levels, 3-4 months ago. Absolutely insane. Shout out to the people in the chat room right now. What did you guys play today? It looks like, let me see here. As I told you, I was going through these trolls that were just attacking me non-stop today in SGYP. Actually this weekend mostly because I wanted the stock to crash so bad. LEGX, Tim Green, what are we looking at? LGEX Legacy Exchange OTC play up 15%. And no volume there, sir. No volume. Yeah, GSAT. Shout out to the people in GSAT. I watched GSAT today. No movement. I thought maybe some more news would be coming out in terms of GSAT and their proposed either merger plans or pure buyout. If you guys remember, the company put out information that they were looking for a buyout. They were looking for someone to take over the company, but nobody's came out and said anything in terms of if anybody's interested. So I'm going to continue to watch that because I think that could definitely move the stock once we see an interested buyer come forward. Oh, yes, Astrid trolls. I consider anybody a troll that's somebody who is in a position where they are just trying to do anything to stop anybody from talking bad about a stock that they're in, particularly a stock that they're losing money in. Because you get some people who are just they get so desperate, right, to stop any kind of negative, sentiment to grow that they just start attacking you for no reason. What's good, CMAR? Yeah, USCI planting marijuana in California. You got to remember, that's the reason why they moved out there. It actually had touched 0009, 0010. Yeah, actually, the high was 0010 for a while. But you had some people who were in there in the fives and the six. They took the opportunity to get out at those higher prices, and I don't blame them. So shout out to USCI. That's my long. So it was a great day. I saw it. I could have got out, but I'm hanging long for USCI because that CEO, I know what he's going to do with the stock, so I'm holding in. OPMZ sucks. Ryan Real, what's up with OPMZ? SORL. Man, SORL up huge. Look at that. Nasdaq Auto Parts. I don't know much about the company. I have seen this ticker brought up before. What do I have there? That's the 4 exponential moving average. So doing very, very well. Very nice candlestick for the day. Look at that huge volume standing out among, months, days of relatively weak volume that was under 250,000. Here you have 11.9 million in SORL. Let me know what that was that delivered that huge news because I'm not seeing the news here. Yeah, I'm not seeing the news here on my end. All right. Let me stop this thing from running here across the screen. Let's just do none. There we go. Keep it solid. What's going on, Money Stay Woke? NGTF. Yeah, NGTF. This is the stock we introduced to you guys. What is that, a week and a half ago? Huge hit on the stock today, down 13%. Again, I just was never a fan because the volume just can't come in. They're just not doing a good job of bringing in the volume. So it's just, until that volume starts getting over the, 250K mark where it actually means it's a decent market being created there, I would just leave that alone. AWGI needs to do something. Yeah, AWGI, here's which is Ryan Gets It, I believe, right? I think he was into this, had a really good run in it at 0002, got up to 0006, and now it looks like it's falling back down as people who've been in it for months try to unload those shares. And it's unfortunate because they should probably hold that and try to get more. You got people out here want to get that, instead of waiting for that big payoff, they want to get that TAN money. You know, that $30, $40 tan profit. You know what I'm saying? Go to the tanning salon, that kind of money, instead of waiting and get the big check. You know, if you want to get the big check, you got to hold your shares, and you've got to create a community that's going to hold the shares. But, you know, unfortunately in the OTC world, that's why you can't trust a lot of these people, you know, who will sell you these dreams when they're are busy selling into, you know, while you're holding, they're selling. Let me see here. LEXG. Let me see here. LEXG, Lithium Exploration Group. Man, LEXG is a stock we've talked about several times, but man, this is the biggest move I've ever seen the stock make. You know, it's had some runs, as you can see here, toward the middle of March. It had some runs, it failed it, and you know, I just never believed in the stock after that, you know, because it had a horrible end of March as well as beginning of pretty much the whole month of April was horrible for the stock. So I was just never a fan. Yeah, SC Trucker, yep, they're growing some weed in California. And today I'm presenting this new marijuana company. Well, it's actually, I mean, you've heard of it actually, but they've gone ahead and started really aggressively laying down business interest in Nevada. As you guys know, this past November, Nevada legalized the marijuana. I believe, is it for recreation? I can't remember if it was for recreation or medicinal. I believe it was recreation. But anyway, this company is laying down some real interesting groundwork for expansion in Nevada. So you're going to be really excited to see that. ETRM, yeah, I saw ETRM trending today in some circles. ETRM announcing, what was the announcement? And then hold on, let me see here. I saw Africa Emporium bring it up in the Discord room earlier today about ETRM. I'll be watching that tomorrow. Hopefully we don't have an OPTT situation where people get really excited, pre-market starts to run, and then we get that huge dud. After the market opens. You know, because you guys know we've seen that happen here before. You know, where the market opens and it just starts taking a shit on you. Yeah, I did see USRM. USRM is on my watch list. I saw it peak up a little bit. But USRM still hanging at the nines, man. It can't hang up there too long. It's either going to start moving or they're going to give up. So USRM, they need to do something ASAP. But yeah, here's the big move in ETRM today. Didn't want to touch that at all. Let me see here. Here's the candlestick for the daily chart. Here was the move on the 5-minute chart this morning, and as you can see, the morning started pretty aggressively, then it started sidetracking into pretty much till almost 2 o'clock. Then the stock ends up breaking out. And here's the thing about these late day breakouts is that you don't know how reliable they are most of the time. But again, man, $1.45 gain on the stock today on ETRM. Huge move for the stock. Huge move for the stock. XTNT, Extant Medical Holdings. I know here's that red line. That red line is the VWAP, by the way. You're way below the VWAP on the 5-minute chart here on XTNT, down almost 6%. Don't know much about the company though. Let me know. Where are we here on the daily? All right, so you're actually falling down after a run. All right, so you might actually be overpriced here, going back down to value. What's going on, Bill Betts? Said any stock over 40% pre-market, 9 to 10 odds to take a dip first. Yeah, well, I mean, that's true. That's pretty true. 862. I'm not going to take your call. I think you're a troll number. 862. So I'm not taking your call unless you just come in the chat room and let me know who you are. NoHo lottery ticket news on NoHo. Novation Holdings up 100%. Not seeing the chart here. Let me know what's going on with that. Jerry Spangenberg, it's you. All right, call me, Jerry. Jeff Thayer. Hey, Jeff Thayer, what's going to tank? What ticker are you saying is going to tank? You said no comedy relief tonight. I hope not, Astrid. I'm trying to get this show back on these tickers, but we got, 862, you're on the air. What's up?
Yeah, hey, I wanted to check out this one stock. It took off and I missed it today. It took off big. It's BVXVW.
Okay, say that ticker again.
BVXVW.
BZXZW. The heck? I'm not pulling up anything on there. BZX.
B is in boy.
Uh-huh.
V is in Victor.
Oh, okay.
X. And Victor in wagon.
Okay. Damn, that's a long-ass ticker. Bio DVAX Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, it took off this morning. It just kept on climbing all the way through the day.
All right, so now this one, not much in terms of shares were traded here. Why did it move so aggressively, though?
I went up $1.03 today from right off the get-go.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure. I caught it late in the day, and I was kind of annoyed I missed it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why this moved today. Irregular buying, but obviously some buying. Somebody was buying shares in the stock today, so.
Something to keep an eye on tomorrow.
Let's see if more people join on, depending on whatever the news was. This is a very lightly traded stock, so let's see how if it gets liquid, if we can hold these higher prices.
Yes, for sure.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, take it easy.
All right, thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry, for the call. Yeah, lightly traded, so I don't know how reliable. When these stocks run on low volume, you don't know if, the more liquid a stock is, the more reliable the price is. Because you've got a lot of buyers and sellers who are agreeing to a certain price. When you have very light volume, as volume increases, you don't know whether or not, these new buyers would like that price that it's going for. 905, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Sal. It's Baze. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
So I have a couple of tickers. Maybe might interest you guys. I'm pretty sure it's been brought up a couple of times back in the past. I feel like BBTK is going to go for another run soon. I'm just kind of waiting for it to break 0013.
Okay.
There's an extreme amount of volume still. There's like 700 million volume right now.
Yeah.
For today. And I have my order at 0.0013, so I'm just kind of waiting for that. Maybe it might run tomorrow.
Okay.
I have no idea. I don't know what you think about it.
Yeah, I like where it's going right now. I mean, I think it needed a green day today, but it didn't go down too bad. So we still got, confidence here. So it tried it today. I mean, I can see here the high was 0019.
And they're releasing some news too. Like, it's nothing extreme. It's kind of like analysts and random shit here, but it's like positive news.
Okay.
So I don't know.
All right.
Also, I was looking at BMXC.
Okay, BMXC. That's
There was
another.
nothing like
That's another previous runner.
yeah. There was nothing like special about it that I like really saw, but I just saw like it was literally like for the last 6 months it's just been going down and down and down. It went from 70 cents, I believe, or something like that, or 5 cents, 5 cents in February to 0.006.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I have no idea where this is going, but maybe there's gonna be another bounce. It seems like every time it reaches a new low, it just seems to spike up again.
Yeah, it needed that 0051 that it hit last Friday. It needed to keep that. I've actually been watching this play here because we might be at bottom, but I'd like to see another green day, a strong green day, to confirm that this might be over for BMX, and could be looking to trend higher here.
Okay. Nice. All right, man. That was basically it. I'm just trying to get caught up with my shit now because I've been so busy with work, and I'm trying to transform all my losses into slow gains now. So
no problem, man.
Trying to get everything on track.
Appreciate it, dude. Thank you for the call.
All right. Yeah, thanks.
Shout out to 905 for the call. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. BMXC. Astrid says calling it shitty diapers. Yeah. I mean, that's a very bearish chart. I'll give it to you. That's a very, very bearish looking chart. This is a stock you really gotta make sure you catch at at low. I mean, or as it's getting out of its lows. Not necessarily a revival play, but something that could maybe become a revival play eventually. When I talk about that Foos revival play, here's that Foos revival pattern where the lead in trend is very, very bearish, and it might become that. So can it become that? I don't know, but we're starting to see that end here, so we'll continue to keep watching. We'll see. What's going on, Bat Scientist? Yeah, I mean, we got that How to Make Millions. It's behind, we got a guy who's got the How to Make Millions. You got to email me, happypennysteins@gmail.com. He's got like a little $10. It's pretty much $10. Again, don't hate the player, hate the game, man. I know you got some people in here who paid the $1,500 for the DVD, but I mean, it is available for $10. SORL possible short. Matthew, you got to let me know what the news was that got it higher, though. I don't know what the news was. The news could keep it running. For example, let's SGMO, that we got a lot of people in here running. SGMO, it won't stop. TGD, nice move on TGD, Timmins Gold. You guys know I'm not a big fan of the miners, but gold did rally today, right? I think the gold rally. Yeah, gold, well, I wouldn't say a rally, but it moved higher, up 31 cents GLD. So gold looking like it's finally found some support. Interesting because we had a really horrible day in gold. I mean, certainly you had a really great day on the equities, so to see gold actually move higher was pretty interesting. 563, you're on the air. What's up?
You bloody wanker. I heard you can make me some money.
All right. TGC, NVAX, Infamous Diva, NVAX at 109, up 9%. Okay, nice move. Said oil was a major winner. Yeah, oil turned around today. I did see oil move very aggressively. Yeah, USO, UCO, I saw all those move higher today. Nice moves on oil. I don't know if they would hold, though. I mean, oil is just, oil is just kind of one of those things. Huge win for, huge win for the option players, though. I mean, if you got here on these lows, nice to see that move so quickly from mid nines to now heading to the mid tens, almost $1 on the options. Astro saying he's in comedy relief. What's going on, Aaron B? V-Red, appreciate that. Let's look at V-Red. V-Red OTC play 0002. Don't know anything about this. Another OTC play. Don't know anything about it. Caller, you're on the air. What's up?
What in the bloody hell was that? Why did you hang up on me? I demand an answer.
Get out of here, you damn nigger!
All right. What's going on, Three Hooks? He said go to the OTC advanced list to find short opportunity. Yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, but the problem is that, man, it's not always the case where you can have shorts available for those OTC plays, and sometimes the prices are so low, and with having to put up $250 a share, it doesn't make sense for you to to short them. AMLH met with Magic Johnson. Okay. Yeah, this guy's meeting with everybody. 2 weeks ago was Mark Cuban, and before that it was somebody else, and before that it was somebody else. Take that stop sign off the damn stock. Stop meeting with people and take the stop sign off the stock. How about that? Guys all, he's meeting with everybody. Ain't nobody buying that shit. Signing third string running backs who have 30 carries in 3 fucking years. Let me see here. And show me some damn financials. Yeah, shout out to everybody who was still in USCI, man. I'm telling you, that company's going to be turning around here soon. I know a lot of people got in and dipped, but that is what it is. Go for the long haul, man. 212, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, so how are you, man?
Doing good. Who am I speaking with?
This is David, man. Nice show.
Appreciate it, man.
I follow you for a while now.
Thank you for calling.
Just want to ask you a question, man. I opened my TD Ameritrade Bank account. Right?
Okay.
And I want to know, how can I get by the day trading probation?
Day trading probation. What are you talking about?
When you have a limit, like you can only day trade a couple times a week.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so the PDT rule.
Yeah.
Why did your broker suspend you or something?
Nah, not yet, but I don't want to get suspended. I don't want to hold stock overnight neither.
Sure. Well, just set up. You're gonna have to move your money around a little bit, man. You can set up multiple brokers. So you have a TD, you have a Robinhood, and then you may have an E-Trade. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to move your money around a little bit. So you've got a little bit less to work with. But then again, I don't know how much money you're working with. So if you got, let's say $3,000, you put 1,000 at 3 different brokerage. Now you've got, you know what I'm saying? You got, 12 opportunities to trade during the week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, man. I was following today also. Snap was good, man. That I make like $100 on that today.
Snap? Okay.
Snap. Yeah.
SNNP. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So, yeah.
It was running good, man.
Yeah. Look at Snap up 8%. All right, man. Cool.
Yeah.
Good win on that, man.
All right, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. Good work, man.
Thank you. Appreciate the call.
All right, man.
All right. So, shout out to that guy winning on Snap. I don't follow these stocks over $10. I really have no idea what they're doing. But shout out to Snap, man. 8% move on Snap. He got killed on earnings last week. But I never thought that you'd have people buy up that bottom like that on Snap, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a very engaging technology for young people, but now you're talking about a stock that's up almost $3 from its recent lows. And if you got a couple 100,000 laying around, I guess that's some pretty good profit for you. Yeah, he said he made $1,000. He said he made $1,000. Somebody made $100K on that run. Please believe that, though. Somebody did make $100K. 563. I'm not answering your calls anymore. In fact, I'm about to block you. Let me see here. Yeah, 563. I'm not answering your calls anymore. And block this person. There we go. All right, so you're blocked. Black Conservative Channel. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, get them likes up, fam. I got 126 people in here enjoying this small cap review that we're having tonight. Get them likes up. Them likes. You said, do I still buy options? I'm not playing options right now. I should. I mean, the market is hot. It's almost guaranteed. Guaranteed money going long on some of these options, but I'm doing so well shorting that options, man. I just can't take the suspense of options sometimes, man. Just the whole idea of when sometimes the stock goes up and then the option doesn't really move, and it just is very frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Very frustrating. DOLV was a winner, but it broke down. We drew this last week on the show, actually the week before, back here on the 24th, almost 2 weeks ago now. And, we thought it could squeeze here and pop higher, but it failed, broke down, and now it's basically fighting for its life at these lower fours. So I mean, wait for the breakout here. Let's see if this can, could hold. So DOLV. I don't know. Mike Reynolds said, could I walk her through one of my shorts? I mean, yeah. I mean, the only short I played was SGYP, man. SGYP, I played this basically because very bearish stock. Very bearish stock. What you had happen on Fridays, you had some huge buyers start covering, and you've got some people who jumped in on that covering move, and they felt that a squeeze was happening. This was a particular stock where 20% of the float is currently short. So you had a lot of people on Twitter who believed that a huge short was a huge short squeeze was coming. But looking at the volume and analyzing the volume on Friday, I didn't see it. I didn't think that the buyers were particularly strong to scare away, the short interest. And my analysis was just confirmed. I mean, with today's move in the stock. And if we look at I'm not going to put the 1 minute. Let's look at the 5 minute. Again, here's what was that? The 12th. Yeah, that was the 12th, right? So here's the 12th, which is Friday. All right, you had the covering. You got people buying into it. All right, getting excited, and then all of a sudden you started to trend from about 12 till close. You basically trended sideways. All right, so that means that the short covering had pretty much subsided, and the buyers weren't strong enough to continue to push the stock higher. Excuse me. So I took a position in on Friday. I kind of faked that I didn't have a position in, and I was still looking for it. I think that's the sentiment I put out on Twitter on Friday, but I was actually in the stock, and I actually said that on the Friday show. I was, toward the end of the show, I mentioned how I was kind of a little bit scared because I was afraid that, the company could drop some news or someone a larger pharmaceutical company could, put out an article maybe that they would be interested in their recently approved FDA drug. So luckily for me, that didn't happen. And, again, the buyers were weak, and sure enough, it was amateur hour, and we just slaughtered them. And we needed to break that 408, 409, and we did just that. I mean, we came down here with support, and it was just a flawless trade all around, man. It was just a flawless trade. And it doesn't always happen like that, but when it does, man, it feels so good. And let me see if I got, and let me see if I can, some of the examples here, here's some of the examples that on Friday, guys like this guy, they come out of the woodwork, man. They just kind of come out of the woodwork. SGY shorts, keep posting. We see your panic. You know what I mean? Just anything to, when you start seeing guys put out stuff like this, and I like to record this stuff. Because it reminds me, because now these guys disappear. If I go on and try to bring them up, they all gone. They're not going to write. They're going to block you, So shout out to all these losers. This is this guy on Friday replying to me here, free stock pick. You may get SGYP schooled, my friend. Highly valued asset here. Keep watching closely. Good luck to your piece. Well, just full of shit. Just completely full of shit. So you got to believe in your analysis, because there are a lot of people out there who will try to throw you off and say, this and that, but a lot of them are just, making up shit. You got to look at the stock and look at the price action and say, can that really happen? Can that really happen? Can a stock that's burning through cash, that's obviously in a very bearish sentiment, are we really going to get squeezed here? Are we really going to get squeezed here? So, yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It is what it is, man. Yeah, a lot of those guys are losing money, man. A lot of those guys are losing money, and they just, they're, it is what it is, man. Bose, you said you took another $300 loss on AMLH. Man, that's nothing, man. Did you see the guy that I responded to on Friday who took a $3,000 loss on AMLH? I want to put up his trade, but I don't want to embarrass him. Dude lost like $3,000 on AMLH. And he lost it in a day. It was like one day. He put in I think it was like $5,600, and he had to sell it the next day for like $3,200 or some shit like that. Let me see if I can find it. And again, I'm not, if you're watching, dude, I'm not doing it to embarrass you. I'm just trying to show you, man. It's, one, you probably shouldn't be putting in money like that in a company that doesn't want to show you financials. Yeah, I don't want to. I probably have to go through the whole damn. I got so many. My Twitter buzz is so. I don't want to go too far back, but it's in there somewhere. Guy lost a ton of cash. 854, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, good evening. It's Ken from New York.
Hey, what's up, Ken?
How are you? I wanted to talk to you about BVTK. If that's not an example of massive dilution, nothing in the penny world is. I got in on Friday at 0007, and it really technically hit 00414 today, even though it shows 0019 at the high. Mm-hmm. And then look where it closed at, and look at the volume.
Yeah, huge volume today. I mean, where do you think this is going, man? I mean, have we turned the corner here in AMLH? Are we going higher here? I do see, it's got a pretty long upper candlestick, so, we had some hesitation at those higher prices, but, I think the stock needed a green day, but, I mean, it's okay. We're still above the 4 exponential moving average. I mean, but what does tomorrow look like, in your opinion?
BVTK, right? That's
yes, BVTK.
Yeah, you're. I don't know. The dilution has to stop. They keep saying news is coming, because they're in the right sector, cybersecurity, and all the cyber stocks are flying right now.
Sure.
So it's a tough one. What do you think? What do you think?
I can't predict the future, but I know the stock needs a green day tomorrow, and it needs that. Does. I mean. You're really, just above support at what is it, maybe 000850. So, it needs a green day, to keep that volume steady.
Yep, it definitely does. I also got burned in the AMLH. I didn't lose that much. I still lost about $700, which is painful.
Okay. I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, do you think? Does this company still have left? Because obviously, as I've said about the stock, it needs to get the stop sign removed. That basically, all this other bullshit is just, just get the stop sign removed. I think that's going to be able to bring some new liquidity to the stock. But I mean, what's your opinion on that?
I agree with you. Got to get that, or else he loses all credibility. He puts this management team in. He's talking all these great things, and he has to shut up, put up or shut up. I think is the best answer on that one. I want to ask your opinion, just the OTC market in general over the last few weeks. Have you noticed it's been kind of weak?
Yeah,
volumes decreased. Okay,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
crazy.
No. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but I've seen they just haven't been as strong of promotions though. Also, I still follow the promoters very aggressively, and when I'm looking at some of these emails, the budgets are a little bit lower than they used to be. Actually, a lot lower than they used to be. It was regular to see a $30,000, $50,000, $75,000 promotion. Now you're seeing guys trying to push a stock with $15,000. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? Facebook ads, a couple ads here and there, but that's not enough to really get as many eyes on it. So I don't know what's going on with the CEOs. I don't know if they think they can push this with little cash, which is just not working. So when they start right. So I mean, using tweets and that's not going to work. You need to put guys who are specialized in search engine optimization, who have a list of buyers who are ready to buy OTC stocks to move your company. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not doing that, it is what it is.
Right. One more, the PGPM. Has anyone brought that up tonight? I mean,
no, nobody's brought that up tonight. What do you like about it?
Just the liquidity and the chart's been amazing. It's just they obviously have a good promotion. They did have filings today. That helped.
Yeah,
I mean,
wow, look at that Pilgrim Pete, PGPM,
oil
play, yeah, and we pulled this up. I see here we pulled this up on Thursday, Friday's show. Wow, okay, wow, look at that. I mean, this is
it was looking weak until about 1 o'clock.
Right, and it was looking weak on Friday, and sure enough, look at that action today. Almost 100% gain in the stock today. You actually got to 100% at 0087 or 0087. Wow.
Anyway, thank you. Join the show.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot for the call. Yeah, shout out to him for the call, man, bringing up PGPM. But yeah, I mean, these OTC stocks, man, you guys, because I know, I get some promoters who watch, and, you guys got to get these people to, start putting up some real cash again, man, because they're not putting up money. I don't know who's getting in their ear. I don't know if you guys are just taking less or what, but if you want to push a stock, you gotta get money. You gotta get money, and if they're not talking real cash, then, one, the stock isn't going to go anywhere if you try to promote it. And two, you're just going to end up with a frustrated client and they're going to want to promote. For example, CPAS. ZPass, beautiful promotion. Look at this. This was almost a month and a half, But if you go back and look at the emails, the budget was like $2.5 million. Before, of course, the shit dropped. But, you had a lot of people make a lot of money in ZPass. And even though the stock did end up, falling, you had people who know how to trade OTC pumps who made money, and they're gonna buy your next pump, regardless of the fact that what just happened. Again, that was a $2.5 million pump. If you go look at the emails, I think it was what was it? Penny Profit. Had a really good day today, by the way, ZPass. He said PTX. Yeah, PTX Nasdaq play. I'm not sure what happened to PTX, but I think PTX is crashing after hours, right? Isn't it down to like $4 after hours? I don't know what's going on with PTX, but that looks like a short for tomorrow. Inshine, you hit me up on Twitter talking about somebody with DVDs for $10. Yeah, that's the Tim Sykes How to Make Millions. Why suggest the new problems for entering or exit sizing. If you want information on that stuff, I mean, you can look into some of the other DVDs. Email me happypennystocks@gmail.com. I got all those DVDs for a small contribution. Less than like 0.0001% of the actual value of all those DVDs. Something like that. What's going on, Quantavious? You out of here, Astrid? Have a good night. Yes, indeed. Q-Tech, how do I find about the budgets? Well, when you sign up for the emails, right, from these promoters, that's why I always ask people to get a separate email for all of these. Set up a separate Gmail or some other Hotmail or whatever. And then subscribe. Just go to Google, type in Penny Stock Newsletter, subscribe to practically all of them. And then at the end, at the bottom in the disclaimer, sometimes in written forms, you'll see the budget. So it'll say, this has been paid by a third party at the cost of, and then they'll spell it out, $36,000, or something like that. So that's where you can see what the budget is. And the bigger the budget, the better the chances that stock will run. BSTG BioStage. Yeah, man, I'm not sure on what's going on with this one, man, but I see either a reverse split or a bankruptcy in this stock's future. When Nasdaq biotech plays below $1, man, you got to be real careful. I mean, any Nasdaq below $1, you got to be a little bit careful on those kind of plays, because they're either going to reverse split, or they're about to get delisted, or they're going to, again, file for bankruptcy. So what is the financial state of this particular company? You can't necessarily just look at, because obviously it's a very damaged company, a very damaged stock. You see this gap down here. So you got to be real careful. Unknown number, not picking up your line, man. So you can stop calling me unless you're Sinclair. But I haven't seen Sinclair in the chat. Shout out to Sinclair. So you just got off a 7-day cruise. That's what's up, man. And I haven't talked to Kay Harvey in a minute. And Kay Harvey, if you're watching, get at me, man. I know you were in the Dominican Republic recently. You got to update us on what's been going on in, how do you enjoy your trip? I thought you'd call on Friday. You said if you try to open up a cash account, will the PDT rule apply? No, if cash accounts only PDT rules only apply to margin accounts, but with a cash account, you're going to have to wait till the money settles. So cash accounts work best if you've got like a lot of money. You know, if you don't have a lot of money and you open up a cash account, when you sell your stock, you'll have to wait till the money settles in the account so the broker actually gets physical, actually gets the money on your gain from that other side for you to start, for you to get back and play again. You said you want the how to make millions? Email me. happypennystocks@gmail.com, because we got a lot of people that go and run and tell, what's his name? Hey, that black guy is giving away your DVDs. How do you find how many people are short a stock? You really can't tell how many people. You can get a percentage of the float. There'll be a percentage of the float that's short, and you can find that within, statistics. If you go to Yahoo Finance and you type, I think Yahoo Finance, put in the ticker, and then in the statistics you'll be able to find it. 305, you're on the air. What's up? All right. I don't know what that was about, but let me block that person from calling here again. Yeah, Yahoo Finance. Sometimes your broker should have that information too. When you put in the ticker and all the information pops up, your broker should be able to have where you can see that too. Yeah, absolutely. Davier. Jordan Farr, you said you have Option House? 614, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Sal, K. Harvey, bro. Watching the show, I heard you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to K. Harvey, man. Are you back from the Dominican Republic?
Yeah, I got back last week, bro.
Man, I shout out to the pictures you sent me, man. That young lady that you was with, man. Beautiful young lady. And I don't want to spend too much time on it because I want you to call on Friday to really talk to us about the Dominican Republic. But just kind of curious, man, because I know it's a very inexpensive place to visit and to spend time. How much in total did you spend on your trip?
Well, the cost down there is real cheap. It's the plane tickets that got, I had to pay a stack just to get down there on the ticket. But once you get down there, your money's long. I think the peso was $1.47 to one, and we're talking like, really almost a step back to the 60s where sodas are like a quarter.
Wow.
Dinners, that we normally pay $25, $30 for, like $5, $10, and then, U.S. is crazy, bro.
Wow.
And then, of course, just the experience itself. And, I trade off my phone, so I was able to do my trades down there, which I wanted to test out once I got down there to see if I was actually to log into my TD on my Scottrade account, which I was able to do and trade from down there. And then, obviously, the picture I sent you, the young lady, I went on and, got engaged to her, Sal. So,
Oh, are you serious? You actually? Oh, wow. Oh, so you're gonna marry this woman?
Yeah. I had to lock that jank down, bro. So
now I'm curious. How long you been talking to her? You've been talking to her for a while, then, right?
About 8 months.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I had met her last year when I went down there.
Okay.
And we just kept in contact, and this go around I went, met the family, met her sister, met her mom.
Okay.
I posted some pictures on Twitter, a birthday party or whatever, so
yeah, it's
all good. So that's like my second home now, though, bro. But I'll come back, more on Friday, I guess. If you happen to do it now. But yeah, I had a ball. I think before I left, a lot of people was wondering. I think one of the guys had said, would you be able to trade, online down there, and because of the IPO, whatever, not the IPO, but the internet connection through the computer. And I did it off my phone, so that's a resounding yes.
Damn, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. But yeah, K. Harvey, man, thank you so much for the call. We will catch up on Friday, all right?
All right, man. Thanks, Sal. Good job, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, man, K. Harvey was on my mind because you guys know I'm trying to do that foreign bride stuff, because I've been giving you American honeys a chance, you know what I'm saying? But y'all keep playing, you know what I'm saying, trying to use me for my money and, Sal, can I get $100? Can I get $200? I'm telling them that I ain't got no money, but then they see my show where I'm posting my profit on my Twitter. You said you ain't got no money, but I see you just made a trade. So I'm trying to go foreign because they don't even know what the hell I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what I'm doing with the money. My fear is that bringing her to this country, because I don't want to spoil her. I don't want her to, get corrupted. If I get a Dominican or Puerto Rican or African or Filipino, I don't give a damn what it is. I just don't want anybody to get corrupted by feminism. Girl, you actually cook a plate for your man? Don't be cooking no plate for him. I can't believe you wash his clothes. I ain't gonna wash that nigga clothes. I'm a strong black woman. I don't need no man. Shit, man. At this point, man, I just need somebody who's gonna cook and clean, have sex, raise my kids. I don't need a business partner like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't need a business partner. Like I'm pretty good with business. I'm good on that. I mean, I wouldn't mind a co-host. Now that'd be, I wouldn't mind a co-host. But you got women who want to be business partners with guys, checking on nigga pockets and shit. Terry, no, you right, Terry. You absolutely right. Let me not turn this into a Friday show, man. Let me go back to these tickers because y'all know I can go on about that stuff. But on Friday, I want to talk about these women. You can't even have a family anymore, man. And sometimes I like talking to these old heads. These old heads, man, that have been married, 46, 47 years, 53 years. I met a brother who's been married for 62 years. On, what was this, Saturday? Yeah, it was on Saturday. I met a brother who's been married for 62 years. This man was married when he was 22 years old to the girl he went to middle school with. I couldn't believe that shit. He went to the war, came back. They've been all over the country. They were moving here. He worked at a plant up in Detroit, and then he moved to Chicago, and he had a couple years. He was in he was doing all, and same woman shouldering him through all of that. You got women today. You don't give them $40 to get their nails done. Well, I don't know about this relationship. I don't know. I don't know about this relationship. I mean, it's just like you trying to control me or something. I'm just asking for $40 and you acting like it's the big deal. I didn't get in a relationship to give you money. That's David, he said stop being cheap. I love spending. That's the problem though. Because when you start giving these women money, they turn into monsters, man. And the thing about when you're in a relationship with women, she eventually gonna find out what type of money you're working with. And me, I'm relatively cheap guy. Why? Because I'm self-employed. I gotta watch my expenses. Some months are really great. With my internet marketing business, some months are slow. So I've got to keep my expenses to a certain level. If I ever have an overage, I keep most of the overages for lean months. So it's gotten to a point where I've got a nice little stack because, life is unpredictable and you never know what's going to happen. So eventually, a woman gets close to you, she's going to find out what you're working with. And if you've been, light with your spending, and you're dealing with women who come from, environments where if you got a little bit of money, you need to be spending that shit. We don't live for 10 years from now. You know what I mean? We live for today. So if we got it, we spend it. That's the mentality. So they're looking at you like, why you ain't spending this money? Why are you not buying this or buying that? Why are you still driving a 2015? Anyway. Appreciate it. Let's get back into these tickers, man. Let me see. SGMO, man. Would y'all please just fucking die already, man? Y'all gonna have to decide what you want to do, man. I mean, this is 3 days in a row. SGMO. The stock is gapped up from $4.50. I was ready to go long or short, but the stock just wasn't making up its mind, man. Let's go look at a 10-minute chart. This is SGMO today. You had the gap up opening. The gap up opening already put it at a possible short because a gap up opening, a lot of times on a stock that's already been running, that tends to be late buyers who are late to the party. And sometimes what you have is guys who were in it for the first day or second day use that gap up opening as an opportunity to sell into late buyer action. So what you'll have is a gap up and then it'll fade lower. But this was really interesting because buyers on the first and second day were not selling. And as you see, you had the gap up opening and you had prices maintained. So nobody was lowering their bids. And I actually said that on Twitter. You guys are doing a great job. I said, shout out to all the SGMO investors. Nobody's lowering their bids. Their ask, excuse me. Nobody's lowering their ask. Because you'll see guys who will lower their ask. They don't give a damn. They're in it at $5. They'll lower their ask 2 cents just to get the fuck out of the trade. Nobody was lowering their ask. And the stock ended up breaking the high and going to $8.40 and closing just below the 860 high at 840. Infamous Diva, you're in at 620. Okay. In at 620. Trading Jedi, you said your girl is Latina, very loyal, very spicy. That's racist as fuck, man. Trading Jedi said his girl is spicy. That's his Latina woman is spicy. That's racist as fuck. Appreciate it, New Black Conservative. Hey man, if you want to donate, man, donate to the PayPal, man, because damn YouTube take out damn 30% on all the donations. I need to take out that super chat bullshit. I didn't even tell them to put that on. 601, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Sal? This is John from Florida.
Hey, what's up, John?
Hey, I just want to throw two tickets out there. One that could possibly run tomorrow. Another one is kind of like a lottery ticket. But the first ticket, and I don't even know if you guys have mentioned this. You probably have. I'm not sure. NIHD. Did you talk about that one already?
We talked about that in the past. I remember that. We have not talked about this today. Yeah, very bearish, man. It was a runner not too long ago. Where was that? Man, okay. Was it that late? Yeah, okay. It was that late December into early January. Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very bearish from the beginning of the year. Nice move today. What's got that moving, man?
I was looking through the news and the filings. It looks like it's they won on earnings. Looks like they had operating revenues of 251 million and only operating loss of 80 million.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking that's what caused it move today. It's up 62.12%. I think it finished off at 57 cents, and at the hours is up to 60 cents, if I'm looking at that correctly.
Okay.
So I think it's earnings that caused this stock to have such a good move today. And I mean, it looks like it could possibly move tomorrow because you look at the RSI, it doesn't look overextended on the the monthly. It's 36.86. So let me see what it is on daily. Yeah, it's not overextended. It's not overextended on any time frame. So I'm thinking it could possibly run tomorrow, still within the Bollinger Bands. It's not all gapped up out of that. So that's a play that could possibly run tomorrow. So I just wanted to throw that one out there because it seems like the earnings, the companies that are doing good on earnings that seem to be running right now. Because isn't that what caused SGMO to run, or was that some type of FDA? Yeah, I think it was earnings that caused SGMO to move.
SGMO. Yeah, the earnings were bad. It was an announcement that a large pharmaceutical company had licensed one of their drugs. So, and then they got a deposit of like 75 million up front. So that's balance changing. So yeah.
Okay, well, it's for this particular company, NIHD, it is earnings. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, that one could possibly run tomorrow. And I also want to throw out the lottery ticket I called in maybe a month or so about TXTM.
Mm-hmm.
Now, recently, the CEO, because they're pretty active on Twitter.
Okay.
He did an interview, and they posted it on their Twitter. Actually, the interviewer, he asked them some pretty tough questions. I think one of the main questions that people wanted to know was how was such a small company going to obtain a license for marijuana in Africa when you have so many bigger companies that could come in and do that. That was one of the questions that were asked. And basically, he said his reasoning to believe that he's going to receive it is because they have good relations with the Minister of Health in South Africa.
Okay.
And they also have established businesses in South Africa. And none of this is written up. This is going off what he says, what he has said, and that's why I'm calling it the lottery ticket.
Okay.
But he said that he was actually contacted by the Minister of Health saying that they want to grant them a license, and that could possibly happen at the end of the month.
Okay.
Now, let me take that back. They contacted them at the end of March about wanting to give them the license, and the license could possibly come to them by the end of next month.
Okay.
Is what they said.
All right.
And another reason why they said that they possibly could receive the license is because the way that they're going to produce the cannabis. A lot of companies, they do the CBD, and what they do is they remove some of the integrity of the plant in order to take out the psychoactivity. Now, one of the things that South Africa liked about this particular company is that not only are they going to produce a product that's non-psychoactive, but they were going to be able to do it without compromising the integrity of the plant. So instead of just completely removing the psychoactive part of the plant, they're going to produce it in a way that stays intact without having the psychoactive effects.
Okay.
So I mean, like I said, it's a lottery ticket. I mean, you can take it for what it is. I mean, it's been pretty bearish here for the last month or so, but it did the cannabis, the bioscience, a few months back. I think last month. So I mean, it looks like it could possibly. I mean, just like USEI. I mean, you kind of got to look at the company's track record. They have runs, they'll run up, and then they'll go down. They'll run up and they'll go down. And I'm thinking if they can, even get close to getting that license in Africa, like they said they possibly will, I'm pretty sure you could have a tremendous spike.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to doing business with, leaders and countries like that, I mean, if they cut the check, they're going to get the deal. So, let's see what TXTM does moving forward. So appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, John. Yeah, man. Look, don't get the deal. They just got to cut that minister the check. When you're talking about doing business in I wouldn't call South Africa a third world country, but I mean, when you're dealing with these African governments, you can get anything done if you wanted to cut a check. You're paying in dollars. A lot of these guys they'll do anything for some dollars. This is a good opportunity to introduce this company. Many of you guys already know. Speaking of cannabis, AMMJ, American Cannabis Company. AMMJ is the ticker. American Cannabis is the name of the company. Ticker again, AMMJ. This is some recent highlights that they'd like to put about. They put out here recently about their ongoing operations in Nevada. So AMMJ, here we go. Take a look at what they're doing here. Oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. Hold on, guys. I think like we were starting to watch Star Wars over there for a second. Hold on. There we go. Okay.
The Grove has been quoted as the most state-of-the-art grow facility in the world. It's innovative, it's cutting edge, it's state-of-the-art. It's what cannabis production looks like in 2017. ACC was hired by the Grove to look and see what's currently being done in the cannabis space right now, and how do we make a more efficient grow facility, how do we reduce our overall cost of goods sold, create a higher quality product, and really lead by example coming into a new market like Las Vegas and Nevada.
I'd probably describe this facility best as Willy Wonka's weed factory. When we came on board with American Cannabis Company, they were very instrumental in helping us kind of design this whole system. They brought a lot to the table when it came to the racking system and the lighting system, sourcing everything, putting it all together. I don't think we could have done it without them. I think one of the biggest game changers was the movable rack system.
It's allowing us to go multi-tiers, reducing any of the wasted aisle space and or the vertical gain that most of these facilities are wasting. We designed a methodology and system that really simplified the workflow, but really focused on that high quality product first and foremost. It almost looks purple on the tips of these things.
Yeah, you can see how dark the leaves are getting.
I wanted to produce a high quality product that's healthy and safe. So that was our first mindset. 2, how do we reduce workflow and labor to reduce our cost of goods sold? Our watering system, compared to traditional watering systems, allowed us to really reduce our labor and workflow around this.
We just put the pot in and it waters for us. But by doing that, we also had to have a very specialized soil. It's called Sohum Living Soil. It's a fully amended soil. We got the Velvet Elvis here.
Wow, that is just beautiful.
Looking really good.
Wow. Collaborating with Kevin and the Grove on this project was super exciting. It was exciting to get it drawn up on paper, to see it hypothetically, and then to bring it to life and see what's happened now that it's fully functioning. It's so outside the box of what our industry is doing.
At the moment, we're only 9 people running over 4,000 plants. After changing to LEDs, we cut our AC in half. So we went from 90 tons per room to 45 tons per room. We've got good yields. I was really pleasantly surprised to see the results.
These technologies allow us to really focus on our bottom line, creating more efficiencies, reducing our power consumptions, our labor consumptions, all these things so that we can run a sustainable long-term business in a very competitive marketplace.
ACC played a major part in giving us the main pieces of what we needed to do to make this business successful. And as you can see, we've gotten 4 licenses here in Nevada. We have a cultivation, a production, and 2 dispensaries. And ACC worked with us all along the way, just giving us their input, their experience, educating us on what would be the right direction to go. And here we are today.
What excites me about the future is there's so much new technology in our marketplace. That's what keeps me excited coming to work every single day. So for us, this is where you see 2017 best in class. What you see next year and the year beyond is probably going to look a little bit different, a little more streamlined, as we're constantly evolving around this manufacturing industry that's creating in front of us.
All right, there it is, man. AMMJ, looking pretty good there. So there's a little marketing material for you guys. That's the look behind AMMJ, helping cultivators and dispensaries improve their business operations. That's basically their job. Very similar to a SRNA, another company out there. Again, both companies, by the way, have pretty good share structure. But again, both stocks that are just being hit by, honestly, just a market that really doesn't know what this government thinks about cannabis right now. All right. Yeah, really cool stuff, Ziggs. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, both of them. Nope, I'm not being permitted to promote any of these stocks. I've always told you guys if I'm paid to promote something. Always. If I ever put up a ticker, I always will let you know. I'm actually legally required to tell you if I'm promoting something. I enjoy my freedom. Let me see here. What else? All right. What else are we looking at tomorrow? Before I get you guys out of here. NIHD. We talked about that. TGC. Another stock that had a really good day today was TGC. Oh, I think this is Bats 919. What's up?
Hey Sal, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on with you, Bats? How are you?
Oh man, that AMMJ video was making me really hungry.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Bats. Thank you for calling. Yeah, I mean, these they're putting some good money in production. So nice video from them.
Yeah, I like the chart actually. It's a nice multiple bottom at about 50 cents. I think it's worth getting into if it curls back round.
Okay. All right, we'll be watching.
Yep. So I've got a few tickers I want to share with the group. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tickers actually, and I'll post them after we speak now.
All right.
The first one, I think you might have mentioned this in the past, is EXO, EKSO.
Okay, EK. No, I have not mentioned this one, but this is that EKSO. This is the robot company, right? The wearable suits.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned months ago you talked about.
Yeah. This was it used to be a $7 stock, man. I mean, they had an insurance company come out and say they would be willing to license a few suits to a couple patients. The stock took off. I remember talking about this. This was back in maybe September, and because of that news, it went from like $3.56 all the way to $6 in a matter of maybe a week and a half. But it looks like it's been unable to hold those highs. I mean, what's going on with the company now?
Yeah, so I'm testing this new theory of mine as stocks that are running. How do you get a multiple runner out of the stock? So these few stocks that I'm talking about had a very strong finish. If you look at them on the daily chart, you'll notice they have no upper wick, which basically means that they finished strong.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to test these theories, this theory with 6 of the tickers I'm going to give you. You look at it on the 5 minute. 5 minutes is really interesting because if you put VWAP in there, ignore any other indicator, just put VWAP in there.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that early in the day, it was kind of had a VWAP zone that it stayed in, and then as the day progressed, it just broke further and further away from VWAP.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of a dip, maybe between like 11:45 and about 12:40 in that hour.
Mm-hmm.
But then towards the end of the day, you just look at the last 15 minutes on that 5-minute time frame. You see it breaking away, and it had a very strong finish.
Yep.
I think it's slightly up after hours. So that's the principle by which I'm giving you, this stock and the other 5.
So how does
next one is,
well, just real quickly, Bats, so we just understand what you're looking at. What you're saying that if the stock is starting on VWAP and it starts moving away from VWAP, is that your entry, or is that what exactly?
No. So as a continuation play, what you really want to see is power at the end of the day. So no, your entry would be as it's breaking VWAP. Ideally, you want a running stock to initially dip below VWAP and then come back around as it passes through VWAP.
Okay.
You get into it.
All
So
right.
on this one, your entry
Would have been the morning.
Anywhere between the open and let's say about 10:15.
Okay.
From 9:30 to 10:15, you had a few of those red candles that closed pretty much right on VWAP, so you could have gone in. And the good thing with that first hour is that you don't really see anything coming down below VWAP. It's like VWAP was a support right from the open. And then, of course, you see at 10:30, that's when the price starts breaking and creating a gap from VWAP. That could have been another entry right there at between 10:30, 10:35, 10:45. As you see the price breaking away from VWAP, that would be your entry. So, but I'm looking at, if you look at the daily candlestick and you notice that there's no upper wick, that's your Marubotsu white candlestick, as it's called. There's no upper wick. It pretty much means that the bulls came in and the stock finished strong. So based off of that notion, the next one I want to mention is ENT. It has a very similar, close to similar look that EXO had. Starting off, it pretty much started, I believe, the first candle on the 5-minute broke above VWAP, so that would have been your entry if you'd been alerted to that stock, because that first candle closed slightly above VWAP, and you just would have stayed in the whole time, because as you see, VWAP was never even tested after that first candle. So that one finished strong as well, with a beautiful last 5-minute volume. I think it was like 30,000, which doesn't sound like much, but then that was like, I think, the second or third highest volume of the entire day. So you really want a strong finish on that. The next one, which we are all familiar with, and add this kind of strategy with the stock being low float, and you're probably going to be golden. So this one is SKLN. And in this one, you also had a few buying opportunities in the morning. It basically came up the VWAP line and came down again below VWAP, came up again through VWAP, and pretty much it finished strong at the end of the day. So I'm looking at it now on the 5-minute as well as the 1 day. The 1 day, as you can see, it's pretty much, it's got a very small wick, upper wick, but it's still finished. The opening has no lower wick and a very small upper wick. So this was a very strong performance coming out of the lowest RSI condition.
Yeah, this is a pretty scary, because here I can see here on the 5-minute, that dip below VWAP would have scared a weekend. Breaking VWAP all the way down. I mean, you lost almost 7 cents. That would definitely would have scared a weak hand out of this. But I mean, what would have made you? Because I'm looking at it, and I mean, what would have made you stay in the trade if you saw this breakdown to VWAP? I mean, you're looking at the stock. Let's say you got in above VWAP at 196, and you're watching it kind of come back down to 192. What would have made you say, hey, I think this is going to come back up?
Oof, that's just risk management. Because, I mean, if I'd gotten in at about VWAP, which is about 197, it came all the way down to 192, which isn't that much. That was just a 5-cent drop from if you had gotten in right at VWAP, which was at 197. So based on your risk management, if you lost 5 cents getting into a stock at 197, I don't know, most of us would have probably said that's not too much of a drop. I know for me that wouldn't have been too much of a drop, because what's that? Let me do the math quickly here. That's only a 2.5% drop. So even theoretically, by my standards, which is a 3.3%, since I risk 10% or I risk 3.3% to make 10%, hence the reward risk ratio of 3-to-1, that wouldn't have been a far drop enough for me to get out of the stock, so I still would have been in it. Okay. But then the safest bet is also, StockGuard talks about the morning being the most active, which is true, but then Tyson Batts always talks about that 2 o'clock time. If you're late to get in the stock, a lot of the setups will happen where the stock goes through VWAP, there'll be a breakdown of VWAP, and then if this is a really strong stock, it will have a strong finish and have a reversal, break through VWAP or hold VWAP until the end. And this one certainly did that. At about 12:55, it starts curling back round, breaks VWAP, kind of has some consolidation above VWAP, using VWAP as support, and then finally breaks above VWAP. Yeah. So we'll see what it does. I mean, the reason why I like this one too is because we're coming from a low RSI condition on the daily chart, which was, around 34, and it's now at about 44. So it's not that high to start off with. Your risk to the downside is not too bad.
Yeah.
So the other three, I'm just going to raffle them off, and I will post them. FTR, TGB, and CIE. And basically all of these, you look at them on the daily chart, they have little or no wick. We can go to TGB, because that's a clear illustration of something that finished strong, with the last 5-minute candle being the highest volume of the day. So if in most cases you get most of the activity at the beginning of the day, this one had quite an impressive volume, or second to highest volume just in that last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I see here you had a really strong candlestick for that last 5 minutes, and a lot of Russian buyers thinking possible move tomorrow morning in this.
Yeah. And then the last one, CIE, this one I'm not too sure about, because this has hits and misses. It's kind of like IBXG, which I tweeted about earlier, and it actually got caught in the same thing that I was tweeting about. But anyway, CIE finished pretty strong. I'm liking it as well. It crossed the 4 and the 8 EMA, and really the risk to the downside is really minimal. We're talking about maybe 25, 26 cents to the downside. It's currently at 31 cents. It's coming from an RSI of about 30. It's now about 41, 42. So that looks good.
Yeah, here's another one that would have been, again, scared a weekend out. I mean, you got to as high as 34 intraday, and then you got all the way back to almost 29.
Correct.
Yeah, scary play on intraday move.
But you see, and that's why people must never be disheartened if they miss the first hour of the day. Put your VWAP in there, because often VWAP will be tested as support or resistance. And so if you're watching an actively traded stock, throughout the day. Just wait for it to come below VWAP. If it's really, really going to end on strength and possibly, swing trading it into the next day, then what you do is you just wait for the reversal. Have it. If you're really aggressive, you'll be able to read those reversal candlesticks and know that it's reversing and going towards VWAP. Then maybe you could possibly buy it before it crosses VWAP.
And Bats, you have to see that on the 5-minute chart only?
No, you could see it on whatever chart. I just like the 5-minute because it kind of consolidates everything. It's not too fast and it's not too far away. You can miss moves in 15 minutes and half an hour. So 5 is somewhere in between. I'd say even the 3-minute might be good as well.
Okay.
IDXG, just quickly, if we go to the daily chart, and something that I tweeted about before the stock actually moved this morning, I actually tweeted to watch out for a bull trap, because this stock has a knack for that.
Yeah, and this that should be a green candle, by the way. 273, up 14% for.
Mine's
IDXG.
showing up as a red candle as well.
Yeah, I think I don't know what did selling come in toward the end of the day, or are we after hours negative?
I have no clue.
Because I'm looking at the 5-minute, and here's another one on the 5-minute where you had a lot of momentum come in late in the day.
Yeah, this thing was probably a better of a short, because after between the first 5 and 10 minutes, this thing just went immediately below VWAP.
Yeah.
It never even retested VWAP. Even towards the end of the day, it had 15 strong minutes where the last of the 3 candles started with a bullish Arami. Then you had a nice 2 candles towards the end, but VWAP was never tested.
Yeah, I'm thinking that could be short covering into this stock, because we talked about this just a few moments ago, where we talk about gap up fades. So that could be covering into the end of the day. Nobody wants to kind of be in holding that overnight, because it is one of those kind of could spike on you. So that could be covering.
Absolutely. So if you look at the daily chart of IDXG, you'll notice a few times today's candle, even the candlestick on the 18th of April, the candlestick on the 30th of March, there are a few of them scattered along where the stock gaps up, doesn't keep its gains, and just comes down, bleeds through the whole day. So actually, before the market opened, I said, this is a low float stock. That's good. It's a mover, yes, but watch out for the bull trap. And if you weren't paying attention, you probably have bought this in the 3s today where it started.
Hey, Bats.
Course, right now, yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I had some people in the chat room asking what exactly is VWAP. Can you explain VWAP?
VWAP stands for volume weighted average. So what it does is it takes the average price, but it weights it to volume. So you'll notice that VWAP, when volume is really high, VWAP will also be high because it's weighted by volume. And in most cases, as the day progresses, VWAP will kind of level out. The stock itself will start consolidating, where you get it like an easing of that volume. VWAP traditionally is used by hedge funds and institutional bankers to determine the best price to enter a stock. If you're able to get into a stock below VWAP, that's what the big boys view as getting in at a fair price, because below VWAP, it basically means that weighted for volume, you're actually at a fair price, versus if you were just using an average price without volume as part of that equation, you're not going to get a sense of, okay, where is the actual fair price of this stock? Because if you have a high volume, your average may be up there, it could be down here, or if you have a low volume, it doesn't actually give you a sense of relative to the volume is the average price that I'm looking at, at the fair price. So VWAP is very good in the sense that if you are deciding whether to get into a stock, unfortunately it's intraday, it's an intraday technical, but when deciding to get into a stock, particularly if you are one of the bigger players, they'll normally wait for all the noise to when all of us retailers and day traders try to chase these stocks early in the morning where volume is excessively high, yes, and the price is high, instead of chasing, these big boys just wait, and they wait for the price to come down to VWAP at the end of day. So most of these guys will buy at the end of the day, or they'll even wait after hours where they can even catch more of a dip below VWAP and then probably put in more money. The other reason why also the big investors are looking at VWAP is they don't want to, it's weird I'm saying this, but they don't want to manipulate the price in a noticeable manner. So what they'll do is they'll always use VWAP as a gauge of, do I go in, do I stay out? And they use that VWAP line as a price to just say, okay, I think this is a price where we would get in, where the price won't be manipulated, out of control.
Okay.
And which is why most of them will go in end of day anyway. But using it as a day trading strategy, I just love it.
Right.
With particular plays when the stock gaps up and it dips initially below VWAP, if you can get that initial dip on a running stock and have it rapidly come round through VWAP again, that's an excellent time to then just get in the stock. And then after you get in the stock, you're basically using that VWAP as support. And if support is not tested again, you can be long in that stock, or you can just, day trade it when it gets to a certain percent gain.
Right. All right, cool, man. Thank you so much, Bats. Great tickers. As you said, I know you're going to put them in the chat room so other people can get those tickers from you, man. And again, thank you so much for your contribution, Bats, as always.
Thank you, Sal. Great show.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it again, Bat Scientist. I rescheduled with Mad Ass, so we're going to have him this week to have Mad Ass on. He was supposed to be on Friday, but we're going to have him this week. Have Mad Ass on the show. All right. Just sent a message to Rainer Tio. I've been wanting to, I couldn't remember what his Twitter was, so I just saw him post now. So I'm like, oh shit, there he is. I hit him with a message. SG. Now what was that? Hold on, no, that's not it. Let me I'm looking at, because sometimes VWAP can kind of fool you. For example, this is my short today on the 5-minute, and as you can see here, we were well below VWAP. But then this was, again, this was already a very bearish play that was up, overextended over VWAP, way overextended over VWAP. So if you don't know how to read candlesticks on your daily, as Bat Scientist just said, you would have gotten lost on this. And you would have seen a bargain, which was actually not. 206, Mr. Lloyd, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Happy Monday to you, man. Shit, I actually missed the show over the weekend, man. I missed. I ain't had no action this weekend, man. And I'm on the phone, woman. Hey, listen. So I know it's not Friday, man, but I gotta tell you, we gave the news on Mother's Day, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure your mama was really excited.
Well, no, it's my mother-in-law. I haven't told my mom yet. All that drama going on, man. I don't want to have no more drama right now. So we're gonna wait on a little bit on telling my mom. But we went to go tell the in-laws. Now, my wife is Asian, man. You know, they've been pressuring us to have kids for a long time. And by this being the first grandchild, you would think, this would be the most dramatic thing ever, man. Because I mean, it was to the point where her mom was giving sex tips. You gotta hold my daughter's leg, about 5 inches this way, and that was some crazy ass shit, man. I'm telling you, it was, because there were no kids in the family. They was getting older, so they'll be like bringing babies over. Don't you want a baby and stuff like that? And so pressuring me, they pressure you to get married, and then they was pressuring us to have this kid, and so we made a little video. And if you guys are writing right now, I can't see because I'm getting ready to leave, but I wanted to share this story. We made a video, played it, and the mom didn't even catch on to it. And when she finally did, she's like, oh, and the dad was the one that was crying. And I'm expecting everybody to be cheerful, screaming and hollering. It was like a dead-ass party up in there.
Damn.
So, yeah, it had me rush to have this dang kid. Ain't nobody get excited. So, that's okay. I'm excited, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, of course, man. Excited for your first baby, man. Congratulations again.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Hey, and then you guys out there in the Discord, I'm so sorry. I know we haven't really gotten together to study like we used to. I got a lot of stuff going on right now as far as suing my employer to save me in the house, but just give me about a month, and man, we're going to get back to studying. Right now, I'm just trading vertical spreads at the moment, and I'm in a price line, so just kind of get my little $200 to $300 a week. But anyways, man, I ain't gonna hold up the line, but thank you, and a happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, and good trading, you guys, and have a good day.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Mr. Lloyd. Thanks a lot, man. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd for the call. Going through a little family drama. That's Mr. Lloyd, though. He deals with a lot over there. So shout out to Mr. Lloyd for the call, man. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd for the call. And give him a little. Thank you so much, sir. Long time listener, long time caller. And there's our show for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I know I haven't been, regular, but we got the stream back up and running, as you can see today. So I'll be back on the regular. I presume that's kind of why I'm seeing the attendance has been a little bit low, because I just haven't been on regular. So now that I'm back regularly, I'll get back to, again, pushing the show a little bit more aggressively and getting back to growing this thing. All right. So now that I've gotten those technical issues taken care of. I appreciate all the listeners who are, loyal listeners and watchers who are here every single day, whether it's raggedy or not. I appreciate every single one of you. The new people, as I said, we got the DVDs available for a small contribution. All of them, you name it. Anybody in the penny stock business, we got their DVDs. We got their DVDs for a small contribution. Email me, happypennystocks@gmail.com. happypennystocks@gmail.com. 8-hour DVDs, 16-hour DVDs, 12-hour DVDs, and everything you need to go the basic foundation of trading. We got that DVDs and we got those books. Like. Yes, definitely like this video right now, man. Like this video right now. You said YouTube pays by the length of views. What? Javier, what do you mean by that? YouTube? Okay, I'm not sure. Appreciate it, Tyson Bats, man. Tyson, we still got to do a complete show together, like Stock Gods episode. I've done one with Bats. I've done one with Wall Street. I've done one with Stock God. I did one so with Africa Emporium, but I want to have another show with him. But Tyson Bats, yeah, man, we got to do a show. So just let me know when you're available for that. Thank you, Steve Gailey, Matthew North, Need a Life Soon. Thank you, sir. Frederick Harver, Trevor Proby. Appreciate you, man. Who else is in here? Stocks, thank you. Ziggs, thank you. All my callers. Juan Perez, what's my Twitter? Free stock pick right there at the bottom of the video. Right there at the bottom of the video. Relative 9696. What's the name of a beat? Man, I can't remember, but I can email me, happypennystocks@gmail.com. I can send it to you. Some guy who just put it under Rick Ross type beat, and that's it. Terry Cherry, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Mag3690, appreciate it. Kenny Nichols, thank you, sir. Brian B. Shout out to everybody. Be back at the same time, same place tomorrow for another great episode of the Small Cap Review. See you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone.